Good morning. Day 51, Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. The topic today is new normal. So yesterday I went for the first time for a haircut since January, just because of timing, and curly girls don't have to get their hair cut as often. So I saw Nick, and I have been going to Nick to get my hair cut since 1983, 38 years. We kind of grown up together, went through different phases in life, dating, married, children, families. It was so good to see him and catch up. And yet, a whole new normal, right? Masks, never did that before. Just being aware of everything. And at the same time, there was so much gratitude. And I'm not sure that I ever felt gratitude in that regard before with and for Nick. Yes, I love him, and we have such a great connection, and I think he's the best hair curly girl cutter around. And used to come back even when I lived in New York, came back and saw him. But it was this whole new, I don't know, person-to-person connection, being there, being present, really listening, sharing, talking, as opposed to maybe before racing into Boston, making sure I got a parking space, watching the time, trying to get back home. This was really a very different pace, and I just savored it, took it in, wished I could have hugged him goodbye like I used to, but didn't, and know someday I will be able to. And yet, just being present and taking it in, and even sharing about it when I got home, just how great it was to see him and reconnect and hear how he is, and look forward to the next time, knowing maybe we'll be in a different space, right? So pay attention to the little things, and they're different now than they were, and in fact, they're always changing. So just be present and take the gifts as they come. I hope you enjoy your day. Namaste. Good morning. Day 52, Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. The topic is check-ins. So check-ins are something that we do with people in our lives. I often say it's kind of to see where things are, how things are going, to find out where somebody else is and share where you are. We do this especially with long-term relationships, friendships, children, family, who you want to get a read on what's going on. And I think about this. If we were in a job, we often have 6-month reviews, annual reviews, sit down and talk about how things are going, where we want to see changes, what's not working, what's working, where we want to expand, new things we want to bring in, things that are irritating us or bothering us, with kindness and compassion. But check-ins are really crucial, because I think we often assume we know what somebody else is thinking, or we're just not going to share about it and hold it inside, and it creates a block. And then the flow doesn't happen the way that we want it to happen, and we wonder why. So check-ins are simple in some regard, but need to be thought about, because you want to create an open space. So we just merely ask, hey, when would be good to have a check-in where we can sit down? Or I'd like to have a check-in, what works on your schedule? And then it's merely asking questions. How are things going? What's going on with you? How are you feeling? Are things flowing? Is there any stress with us? Is there anything that you would like to see different? and it's an open conversation. However, part of the conversation is conscious listening. And we talked about that earlier, but for those who maybe didn't see that, conscious listening is really being in the present moment, not thinking about your response to what someone's saying, but truly seeing them, hearing them, being present. This kind of check-in, this kind of communication will create a much clearer bond and a much healthier and stronger bond. And keeping the communication going in all relationships, especially long-term relationships, is really crucial and critical. So think about, who would you like to have a check-in with? And let me know how it goes. Have a great day. Namaste. Good morning. Day 53. Sonny Mazer here, Turtle Lane Tidbits in the greenhouse. The topic today is survival versus thrive. So I wanted to share this quote to start off. It's from The Law of Attraction, Esther Hicks. The habits you created to survive will no longer serve you when it's time to thrive. Get out of survival mode. New habits, new life. So this I talk about a lot with people and myself, is we get in these habits, right? And oftentimes it's not to create and expand and live fully. It's just to survive. And maybe it's because something happened in your life, or you were in a rough space and you had to put head down and make sure things happen no matter what. And those are all great skills. However, when the situation changes and we don't, we get stuck. And that's where we lose energy, we're drained, we get depressed, have anxiety. We're not aligning with our soul. We're not aligning with our purpose. We're stuck. We're like on the side of the river, if you do kayak and canoeing, there are eddies on the side and you can just get stuck and go around and around and around. And then you get traumatized and then you just stay there. So paying attention to what your tools are and what you're doing helps shift things. In other words, here's a great example. In winter, if you live in New England or somewhere cold, we put on heavy coats. We have to. We would freeze. We couldn't be able to do things outside. We wouldn't survive. So we layer up, and we're thankful and grateful we have these warm things to wear. But then it always happens, spring comes and summer comes and it gets warmer. But if you kept your layers on and your coats all the way bundled up in summer, there's a potential when it's 90 something degrees, 100 something degrees, that it will kill you. It will stifle you. It doesn't allow you to thrive. You have to take these old layers off, these old habits, and let them go. So just pay attention. Are you in survival mode? And we have a lot of things going on in the world that we are. And at the same time, we also have to shift to thrive so that we can change and not get stuck and not repeat the same things over and over and over again. So here's to constantly moving from survival to thrive. And we will move back and forth and there will be a natural rhythm. But think about where you are and where you want to be. I hope you have a great day. Namaste. Good morning. Day 54 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. The topic today is perspective. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about a homework assignment I have for one of my courses with Melanie Ware. She's the artist and author of the Native Heart Oracle. We did a workshop a couple weeks back, so I'm in a weekly class with her in Australia. And our homework right now is to find a tree near running water and to sit with our back at that tree, eyes towards the water. And the first thing we do is synchronize our breath with the wind, which is an amazing exercise to do in and of itself. And the second thing we do is synchronize our heartbeat with the flow of the water. And then we come into our present moment. And we just, you can close your eyes, you can leave your eyes open. You come into one with nature and call upon whatever it is you want to call upon to connect with at a greater way. So I live right on the Charles River in Boston, and I went, I found my tree, and we have to do this for 15 days. Same tree, same spot to kind of make a connection. And so on day 3, I was merely watching the water flow in the river, and from the reflection of the trees, as I watched, it almost looked like there was an escalator down into the river, the way that the ripples were moving. And I was just watching it and feeling like the nature was helping me or reminding me to go within, to go down, to go in, that I have all the answers within me, that's where the peace is, that's where the stillness is. And it was just beautiful. The leaves were moving and the escalator was going down, and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And as I stared at it, literally in a half a second at some point, and I have no idea how long I was staring at it, all of a sudden the escalator was coming up. And I was like, what? And as it was coming up, I almost felt it come up within me, within my chakras were buzzing, and at my crown, at my top 7th chakra, was just going around and around and around. And it was a reminder to connect into the wisdom from above and within. And so I share this because my perspective initially was just going down. And as I waited and watched and held that space, it then turned to going up. So pay attention. Perspectives change. Things move, things grow and evolve. And so do we, and so do situations. So I hope you have a great day. Namaste. Watch for new perspectives. Good morning. Day 55 of Turtle Lane Tidbits from the Annex. This time, Sonny Mazer here, actually from the attic. I don't know why I said the annex, from the attic edition here at the beach. The topic today is summer solstice and other weekend celebrations that are going on. So tomorrow, Sunday, is the summer solstice, the beginning of our summer if you live in the northern hemisphere. It is also an eclipse. It is also a new moon in Cancer, and it is also Father's Day, and there may be something else that I'm forgetting, and if I am, toss it in. So I want to share this, not because I'm an astrologer, but because this is an amazing time to set intentions, to really think about what it is you want in the next year. Or even the next month, but more than that, the next year. This is a huge portal opening. Take the time to really think about how you want things to be different, what you want to let go of, what you want to bring in, how you want to change, and where you want to move to. Now, this may be actually physically moving homes, but it also may be physically, not physically, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally moving different pieces of yourself. We're in a huge revolution right now. Black Lives Matter. Lots of things are shifting. It's a great opportunity to take stance and see where you are. How can you help this new phase move forward? What can you do? What can you change? The great thing right now is to have a ritual, probably some point tomorrow. Write things down, start thinking about it. That's why I'm sharing today. Start thinking about major things you want to change. What blockages do you have? What stories are you telling yourself that are holding you back? Where are you playing it safe? Where are you just surviving? We want to thrive. We have one beautiful life. I mean, I do believe in reincarnation, but the life we're in is the life we focus on. So what do you want to do with this life? This is a great opportunity. New shifts, planets are moving in lots of different ways. And again, as I said, I'm not an astrologer, but my dear friend Hillary Harley is, and I would love to connect you with her if you are looking for an amazing roadmap to your life and just how things are moving. Touch base with me. But what I want you to focus on is today and tomorrow. Writing these down, writing your intentions down, writing whatever it is you need to let go of and bring in, and then maybe have a little ritual, throw it in the fire pit, and send it up to the universe. So this is a big weekend. Don't miss it. Enjoy this gorgeous day. Namaste. Good morning. Day 56 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the attic. Today's topic is actually a continuation of the summer solstice. This is really huge for those of you who watched yesterday, or maybe those of you who didn't. I guess I wanted to go over this again because since I did my tidbit yesterday, I took a class and I have another one this morning at 6:11 as well. This is a really big deal. This is, today is the summer solstice, an eclipse, and a new moon in Cancer. And things are lining up planetarily that haven't been like this energetically. Things have been really crazy. Lots of people have been going through major shifts. Things are ending. Things cannot continue as is. Things are coming to the surface. Everything we see around us globally, universally, is all happening at this time, not by coincidence. Systems are falling apart. Situations are falling apart. Things that people have been able to tolerate or maybe not saying, this can't go on anymore, are changing. This is a time of deconstruction. Now that is not necessarily a bad thing because this is a great opportunity to put things together in a new way that work for now and moving forward. Just because we start something one way, things change and people evolve, situations evolve. So systems need to evolve, relationships need to evolve, situations need to evolve. There needs to be room for openness and flowing and changing and growing. Today is an awesome day to sit down and take a moment, even more than a moment, truthfully, to review things. Mercury's in retrograde as well, so review. Go through things, go through your life, go through your relationships, go through your career, go through your heart, go through your being, and see what it is you're ready to let go of that's blocking you or stopping you from living your life fully. Then do a forgiveness ceremony. We did this one other, I think last month I talked about this, a forgiveness ceremony where you envision people or situations that you need to forgive, because when we hold on to pain and stress that happen with other people, it's only a poison for us. So forgive, so to be free, and then set intentions. And while you're setting intentions, also ask what the universe would like to do, co-creating with you. Often when we set intentions or manifest things, we think about what do we want? What do we want to change? What do we want to do? Awesome, but combined it with what does the universe want to co-create with you so that you can surrender and flow with greater ease. As well, today is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all those who are here and all those who are not physically present anymore. Have a great day. It's a huge one. Namaste. Good morning. Day 57, Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. Today's topic is the follow-up to the summer solstice ceremony. So yesterday here in Dover, I had 4 of my Venus Goddess group soul sisters here, and we did a summer solstice ceremony, and it was really powerful, like way powerful than even we knew. It was great to see them. We did it in person, social distanced, of course, had some yummy treats, and then sat down and learned a little bit about the planets and why this time is so particularly powerful. And I have to thank Hillary Harley, who I talked about the other day, amazing astrologer, unbelievable friend, and so honored. If you have not had your chart read again, touch base with me and I will connect you. So she shared with us what was going on in this beautiful opportunity, really a portal of a fresh start in many ways in our lives, and to really think about what it is that you want to let go of, because this is an ideal time to let go of crap that's been holding you back, and also to co-create with the universe and the earth on what to bring in, and to open to the co-creation, to move forward so you can flow. And I want to share with you something that we read multiple times during our ceremony yesterday that Hillary had channeled, and it's powerful and really made a huch difference. So I just put my glasses on for 1 second, got to share this with you. So we read this as we read it together, probably 5, 6, 7, probably like 8 times or more. I invoke the light of God, spirit, and source of all beings to be firmly anchored here on earth and in this group and in this nation. May all beings resonate to the highest frequency of love, light, and truth now on this day and all days forward. May blessings be. So be it, and so it is. Done, done, done. And then we each took some time to write down what we wanted to release and what we wanted to bring in. And instead of creating a fire pit, because it was like 100 degrees yesterday, we just used the fire pit and lit our papers on fire. Now I want to share, when I went to light mine on fire, they wouldn't light. And these are things that I've been trying to release for a long time, and I couldn't get it to light. And at one point I put 12 matches on top of it and then lit that, and that torqued it up, and that was going to happen. I also want to share a few hours later, we had a massive thunder and lightning storm with tons of rain, and the thunder literally shook the house twice, the whole house. And then I went in the basement and we had a flood, and I texted Hillary and I was like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, that is clearing at the most basic foundational level. So the release has happened, and I am starting a fresh start and feeling great. If you have not written down what you want to release and bring in, you still have time. We're still in this portal. Please do it. Honor yourself. Enjoy this day. Let it go and bring it in. Namaste. Good morning. Day 58 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the attic. I was actually thinking maybe I should say day 58 of West Walk Wisdom at the beach house, but I think we'll keep it Turtle Lane Tidbits. The topic today is time. And where does time go? What do we do with our time? How do we focus our time? How do we let time fly? How do we flow with the time? So we all often say, oh my God, another year's gone by, how fast. Things seem to fly, time flies faster. Try to say that 30 times. The older we get. At the end of the month, people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it's almost July. How does that happen? So in the quantum energy field, there's no such thing as time, which blew my mind the first time I heard that. And yet, the more and more I work with energy, the more I realize time is an illusion, and yet In human form, time is quite important. We make appointments. We have to be places. People have to meet us. We schedule things by time. How long is that project going to take, right? We are very time oriented. And yet in the quantum field, when we let go of time, it's a really wild process. So I invite you to play with time. Often if I'm have an appointment and I'm actually pretty much always 5 minutes early to all of my appointments because I hate being late. But every once in a while, I'm crunched time-wise, I'll call upon Metatron, who is an archangel who works with time to slow time down. And I know that sounds insane, but I have always gotten on to the place on time, even if I was 10 minutes going to be late. I'd say, Metatron, can you please slow down the time? Would greatly appreciate it. And somehow I always arrive there on time or 1 minute early. Another thing to share about time is, what do you want to do with your time? And instead of focusing on, oh my God, I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do this and all the things we don't enjoy doing, think about switching your energy to how you want to spend your time. How do you want to feel during that time? And bring that in to your center and watch the energy shift in your whole being. Enjoy your time today. Namaste. Good morning. Day 59 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here with the Attic edition. Today's topic is gratitude. Lately I have a lot to be grateful for, and I have been focusing on gratitude for weeks, just because I know naturally where we focus our energy is where energy goes. And so when we hold an emotion or a thought or a mantra, we create an energy field around it. And when we constantly bring gratitude to our awareness, it's magnetic. More grateful things start happening. So I have a lot to be grateful for. I've been working on gratitude in a couple of my classes actually, and all of these beautiful things have been happening lately. Now, is that coincidence? I don't believe in coincidence. I really believe things come through energy and through synchronicities and divine timing. I don't really believe in coincidences at all. So with that, I share with you where what and where and who are you grateful for in your life. And if you want to have more things that you're grateful for, to bring your focus to those points and act as if you already have them. And you can say, have a mantra, I am so grateful that love and abundance flows to me with ease. I am so grateful that I am healthy. I am so grateful that I am strong. Whatever it is that you are looking to bring more into your life, do it with gratitude and then watch that flow out. So what are you grateful for? I have a few things I just would like to say. That a beautiful thing happened yesterday. A neighbor, friend, Beth Shed from Wellesley, came and took my picture and posted as one of her daily Wellesley morning posts. And from that, so many people have seen what I do, and I am so grateful, Beth. I'll shout out to you. And if you don't know Beth, please check her out on Instagram or Facebook. She's an amazing photographer and good friend, and it's an honor for me to be connected to her. Huge gratitude going out there. So think about, what are you grateful for today? I hope you have a great day. Namaste. Morning, day 60 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the attic. The topic today is things I can't see. So this came about because the other day I was walking one of the dogs early in the morning and the sun wasn't out. And I was like, oh, I'm bummed. The sun is not out today. I really need to see the sun, to feel the sun, to be surrounded by the sun. That's when I feel my best. And I was like, well, the sun is there. It's behind the clouds. You don't need to see it to know it's there. Feel it. I was like, oh, that's right. I'm a sun person, though I never sit in the sun, but I love the sun and that energy from the sun, right? And when I go outside and the sun's out, I'm like, ooh, and I soak it all in, and I'm really grateful and thankful. And when I go outside and there's no sun and it's a kind of yucky, cloudy day, I'm always like, just a little less vibrant, a little less passionate. But I don't have to be. The sun is always there. All I need to do is to connect in to the sun energy. And so I started to think about things that we don't always get to see, but that we can feel with our hearts. And, today being day 60, our dad died when he was 60. And I don't know, and I'm getting closer to 60, and I always think, wow, and yet I miss him, and I miss hugging him and talking to him and doing things together. And yet I connect with him all the time. I ask him questions, feel him, and there's lots of things that we can feel that we don't need our eyes to know. Love. Connection. We feel supported, right? It's not necessarily something to hold on to. And I read this quote, I need my glasses, the other day that I wanted to share. Why do we close our eyes when we pray, cry, kiss, or dream? Because the most beautiful things in life are not seen, but felt by the heart. Similar quote from Helen Keller. So I invite you into your heart space to feel more, to not depend on what your eyes show you, but to close your eyes and go within. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.